In 2002, Annalisa Grillo was diagnosed with a brain tumor called astrocytoma. She underwent surgery, followed by chemo and radio cycles, only to see a relapse in 2006. The consequences of the second surgery were even worse.
Mi hanno portato a questo, quindi mio marito Massimo si è dedicato ad altri tipi di medicina.
E tra le varie possibili ho creduto di iniziare quella del dottor Simoncini, una cura a base di sodio bicarbonato endovena.
After 4 cycles of sodium bicarbonate, the RMI test showed a small reduction in the tumoral mass.
Dopo un po' di tempo, qualche mese più o meno, si sono verificati i primi risultati positivi.
A second set of 4 cycles reduced the mass of the tumor even further. The last 14 cycles, between March and August 2007, managed to clear the tumor completely.
La quale cura ha portato alla totale regressione della lesione, permanendo ad oggi soltanto un piccolo esito di tipo cicatriziale postumo dell'intervento.
Dr. Simoncini believes that also skin cancers are caused by the same fungus and treats them with iodine titer at a 7% solution.
My name is Dragan Misic and I come from Perth, Western Australia.
So what brought you all the way from Australia to here?
Because in Australia, especially in Perth, they couldn't cure my basal cell carcinoma and melanoma. I had 2 operations and many treatments with liquid nitrogen. But they completely damaged my skin.
And what did you do after that?
I applied the same therapy that Dr. Simoncini described in his book, Cancer is Fungus. I applied that for about, a few weeks, and
the cancer is gone?
Totally gone. For the first time, I feel, cured and free, and I feel like I got my life back again.
In 2002, Alessandro found he had a melanoma on his neck. Instead of undergoing surgery, he tried the iodine titer applications under the direction of Dr. Simoncini.
Però so che un giorno attacca, è saltato via, è rimasta la pelle della nuova sotto, niente, è saltato via tutto, non c'è più niente. No, era saltato via, basta. Sì.
Same story for Gemma, who had a basalioma on her chest and cured it with the same procedure.
Ho fatto subito una dimostrazione come dovevo spennellare con la tintura di iodio. Io ho capito perfettamente, ho continuato e tempo 2 mesi, come c'era scritto nel libro, è andata via.
Not every cancer, however, can be cured with the same effectiveness. Bones, for example, receive hardly any blood at all, and are very difficult to reach with the proper amounts of sodium bicarbonate. Different techniques, in some cases, can be applied. We conclude now with one interview that seems to best summarize everything that has been said in this presentation.
This is John Blankenship in Houston, Texas. I was diagnosed with prostate cancer in about August of 2007, and I proceeded to do all the classic evaluations that the medical industry puts you through. They did a biopsy and later on scheduled me for radical prostatectomy. And I looked on the internet and saw what they were going to do and the fact that I was going to be incontinent, and I rejected it out of hand. The whole time they were trying to sell this operation to me, and it just didn't feel right. They ran me through the mill, and I had to sign a paper that I would accept chemotherapy and also radiation treatment in the event that the radical prostatectomy did not cure my cancer problem. Sometime in early January, I was on the internet and I came across Dr. Tullio Simoncini's website, and I was amazed at the protocol that he suggested, and also I was amazed by his belief that cancer wasn't fungus. I read over and over and over it, and it just made sense to me. And toward the end of January, I called him and made arrangements to go to Rome for treatment. And I arrived in Rome on the 1st of February, and on Monday, on the 4th of February, we put a catheter in. I did 8 bicarbonate of soda treatments over there. Took about an hour for treatment, and the only effects that I had the last 2 days of the treatment, I got a little bit weak, but he gave me 8 treatments. So I flew back to the United States with the catheter in place, and 10 days later, my wife had been taught how to do the infusion and started on a treatment schedule of 6 days of infusions and then 6 days off for rest. And we did 4 or 5 of these cycles. I just took on Tuesday, the 26th of August 2008, a ultrasound examination of my prostate, and apparently the doctor, I consulted with him, and he said he couldn't find anything. He wrote a report to that effect, and I faxed the report to Dr. Simoncini today, and he was delighted with the results. He said it's all gone.
So, according to the ultrasound scan, your cancer is gone.
Yes, sir.
Can you believe that?
I absolutely believe it. I believe everything that Dr. Simoncini says. He's a genius. He's a Renaissance man.
So, even before you found out about Simoncini, it seems to me like the real turning point was when you rejected the Orthodox process. Is that correct?
I rejected it out of hand because I knew that as soon as they started cutting on it, those little cells were going to run all over my body, and 6 months later they were going to be popping up and engrossed all over my body, and I knew that. Because the fungus starts to run and hide, and it finds the best place to hide and receive nutrition. And his treatment sort of kills all of that because there's an overabundance of sodium bicarbonate in the treatment, and it's totally, while you're being treated, your blood is becoming saturated with it. So it kills the fungus en route to wherever it's going. So it not only kills the fungus at the tumor, all the fungus that gets away is killed in the algorithm.
Are you a doctor, John?
No.
No.
I can read and I can understand, and no one else made sense to me except Dr. Simoncini.
Thank you. John. Thank you. Dave.